What are your thoughts on the war that's happening right now?
First of all, I want to say Biden's a piece of shit. Fuck you, America. Fuck you, Israel. And fuck anyone who's on Israel's side. That's like the least I can say right now. Is it okay if I'm cussing?
Go ahead.
Okay. Palestine has been Palestine forever. And, just because Palestinians let Israelis in when they were refugees, now Israel is taking advantage of that. So I think just everyone should actually try to understand what's going on. If you're on Israel's side, I promise you, you're not looking at both sides of the story. You're only looking at what Western media shows. So please, understand Palestinians' side of this. Look at Instagram pages like Eyes on Palestine or just Palestine. Just search things where Palestinians will tell you what's going on as well. And understand that Biden and America, they're giving Israel all these equipment, all the money, everything.
Going on now in Palestine, it's very bad. It's they said Hamas. They said they defend themselves, but it's not truth because they every day they kill about 500, 400. Every day we see kids, we see death. So everything what the media say in Canada is not wrong. It's not true because Canada is the same contact with US, and US the same contact with the British, and they not show in Canada the truth. The truth, they kill Palestinian people every day, and this land is Palestinian land. After 48. The British, they make a contract named Sykes-Picot contract. They give this land for Jewish people. They bring Jewish people in every country in the world.
Who am I here with? Ali.
Louis.
Louis. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on what is happening with the Israel and Palestinian
I'll
war.
simplify it for you.
Okay.
The area of Ottawa is 2,790 kilometers squared, plus or minus, if I remember correctly. The population of Ottawa is around 1 million people. So 1 million people are living in almost 3,000 kilometers squared. The area size of Gaza is 365. So that's almost 1/9 to 1/8 the size of Ottawa. The population of the Gaza Strip is 2.5 million. That's 2.5 more times than the population of Ottawa, living in 1/10 the size of Ottawa. And they're besieged. No airport, no port. The Israelis control everything that comes in and out. People have been living like this for 17 years. Those people have PTSD from wars and killings such as the one going on right now. They were raised by people that had PTSD, who were raised by people that had PTSD. I condemn the killings of all civilians, including the Jews, of course. Our issue is not with the Jews, first of all. We as Muslims and as Christians, we believe in Jews. We believe in Judaism as a religion, as an Abrahamic religion. Our problem is with the Zionist movement that occupies the land, such as a lot of Jews that were there protesting with us over there. So such things, such as the genocide that happened on October 7th, when some people from Gaza went out and committed those killings and took hostages from those Palestinian settlements. And they even killed people in a music festival that was in a Palestinian settlement. These things, of course, are not good. We condemn that. But these things are kind of predicted because those people are living in horrible conditions that were even condemned by the United Nations. As a matter of fact, the United Nations expected that something like this would happen and that those people would eventually break down and start doing things like that by 2020. So now it's 2023. That's 3 years after. So of course we condemn the killing of all civilians. We're peaceful people. We don't like anybody to be killed, right? We'd love peace, but everything within logic. They cannot cram 2.5 million people in an area the size of Canada, Stittsville, and Bayshore and expect them to do nothing, right? That's all we want. All we want is peace. They just bombed the hospital, 900 people killed, 900 people, children. They just bombed one of the oldest They just bombed one of the oldest churches in the world. They bombed one of the oldest churches in the world. The hospital that they bombed, that's also a Baptist. That's the Baptist, Anglican Baptist Hospital in Gaza City. They're targeting infrastructure. They're targeting our history. They're targeting everything. They want to wipe us out, right? We don't want that. All we want is peace within logic, within logical boundaries. People living with same standards. We're not second-class citizens. We're not second-class humans. We're all equal. We're either all equal or we're not, right? And the government has to know that. They bring us here. We work between Canadians. We work with everyone else. We're between you. We're having a conversation right now, me and you. I'm not a second-class citizen. I'm not a second-class human. And we're going to fight for that. And we're going to keep protesting until the whole world knows that. We don't come second. We're all equal. That's it.
So Biden is very clearly on Israel's side. Him and the Israeli president are like, they're both pieces of shit. They're both like this. So all the funding that's happening is going towards Israel. And first of all, you have to understand that Palestine, they don't have an army. Palestine does not have an army. Israel has an army. They have an army base. So they're actually like, they can use all those machines and everything on Palestinians. And the reason they have all this shit is because Biden gives them that money. You know, they're funded by Biden. Palestine, they don't have the kind of machines that Israel has. So if Palestine is gonna come at Israel, it's gonna be with like rocks, like a gun, you know? Israel's gonna come at them with like tanks and shit like that. And Palestine, you have to understand that they let Israelis in as refugees. They let Israelis in as refugees. So there was no problem between Palestine and Israelis, or like Jews that came in, until they started taking over their land, until they started kicking them out of their homes, until they started killing their children, killing their women, killing everyone, because now they have all that power. So now they want that land. It's just greed.
But would you say there's a better way of like resolving the issue with like there could be sit down really about this?
The only way for this issue to be resolved is Palestinians have their land back, and there is no such thing. First of all, take that name Israel off the map because it's Palestine. So unless like this won't ever happen, but unless Israelis give them their land back, and you know they were like they had the chance to stay with them in Palestine freely, you know, like they had the chance to have peace with them, but they just didn't take that chance, you know. They just like decided that, you know, they want the land, and all the money that they were being funded with and all of that equipment and everything just made them so selfish and so greedy that they just had to like, they took the country.
Okay.
So I don't think there is a way at all to like resolve this unless like, first of all, that president goes and Biden goes, Israeli and America's president go.
First and foremost, ceasefire. The United States just vetoed a resolution to cease fire, to pass humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza. First of all, to begin, the solution is ceasefire. Almost 4,000 people, or I think even it exceeded 4,000 people that have been killed in those 2 weeks in Gaza. That's a lot. Give us a break to grieve. Give us a break to give some humanitarian assistances to those in need, and then we can talk about solution. But solution cannot be achieved without realistic solutions being on the table, right?
From your perspective, you think there's a better way to go about solving the situation instead of going to war with each other?
War has never been the answer. Yeah. Violent is never the answer. Yeah. Let me ask you, let me give you a very simple example. Mm-hmm. Now, for instance, thank you very much. If I have a metal rod, if I have a plastic pipe, if I just bent it, what's going to happen? I want an answer from you. If I bent it, it's going to
cause of in effect, it's going to bend.
Break.
Okay.
It will bend, of course.
Break. Yeah.
It will bend, and after some time, it's going to break.
Yeah.
But if the same thing you apply some heat to it, it's going to melt, right? It's going to become soft. And once it becomes soft, you can bend and shape it the way you want it.
Exactly.
Correct? This is how life is. If I'm polite to you, if I'm warm to you, if I'm kind to you, you're going to listen to me. But if I'm violent to you, if I'm rude to you, disrespectful to you, what's the answer? So violent in war is never the answer. It's never the answer. And I'm never in favor of violence. I'm never in favor of war. I'm in favor of justice. I'm in favor of peace. I'm in favor of talks, communication. Because this is it's not just about the message, it's the timing. I could be standing here maybe in January, it wouldn't have value. You could say the right thing at the wrong time and it'll break a marriage. You are worried about being right, but you got to be worried about the timing. So at this time and this time of the day, I feel it's very important for me to stand up. Why? Because timing is important. The action is happening right now. So it's for me to convey my message that, hey, yes, I stand against war. My war is not with anybody. My war is with people who are doing the illegal and evil act.
So, do you think that this situation would have happened under Trump, or do you think that this is a reflection of Biden's poor leadership?
So honestly, a lot of Palestinians and a lot of people say that they would have preferred to have, first, like Muslims in general and Arabs are against Trump, but after what Biden did, people are like, you know, if Trump was there, things would have been like less chaotic than this. Honestly, Biden's like very pro-Israel, and he thinks that the shit he tweets saying that he's pro-Palestinians and whatever, just because the Western media, people like, I guess, America, Canada, whatever, don't really see the other side as much. But me, because I'm Arab and like, you know, I follow Palestinians, I have Palestinian friends, all that, I'm able to see both sides. So like people who they just look at what Biden says and what America says, whatever, what the Western media says, they're definitely more influenced by that, you know?
What are your thoughts on the U.S. support in Israel?
Well, it's obvious. That's a very politically charged topic. I don't even know. They're funded. It's weird. It's weird that they see the truth. It's not like they don't know. It's not like they don't have access to actual media. It's not like they don't know the true narrative of what's going on. They know the true narrative. They know what's going on. But it's obvious which side they stand on. Now, I think there's political reasons behind that. That's something that I cannot explain. It's beyond it's beyond this interview. But I think free people support a free Palestine and a free world for everyone. But it's those political people that are greedy for political influence and elections, that are funded by people that have money and control the world. Those are the people that are standing with Israel. And that's why it's a very, very hard fight. We're thousands, we're millions, and we cannot fight this. Hell, we can't even get our fucking voice reached. Sorry for my language. We can't even get our voices reached. And it's because of this. It's because this is a lot of people. This is millions of people fighting millions of dollars. Let's put it that way.
Because from what I can see, the mainstream media only show one part of the story, which I think is incongruent.
Because
right?
if they show the other part, they get suspended, right? MSNCB, or what is it called? MSNC, they just suspended Mahdi Hassan and two other Muslim reporters. It's obvious why they suspended them, because they don't want them talking about the other side of the conflict, right?
If someone wants to know the truth about what's happening, would you say they need to do multiple source of research?
Very simple. This is what I tell everyone. Look, you're not going to get clear information or transparent information from the media, whether that is social media or the conventional media. I encourage and appeal to the general public and everyone to simply just spend maybe half an hour searching and studying what's going on. Because when you hear other people, in the morning you're supporting Palestine, in the evening you're supporting Israel, just because in the morning you were shown something different, in the evening you're being introduced to something different. Study it, do some research, and knowledge is power, right? What you will read is what you'll understand. Simple as that. And I believe the issue is not with the general public. My problem is not with the Jews. My problem is not with the Christian. My problem is not with the government or anyone in particular. My problem is with the unjust and actions by the rulers. You know what I mean? I mean, put it this way. If this was, like, I'm a very busy man. I have 6 businesses. You know what I mean? And today, I canceled my flight to be here. I lost $1,300. No problem. Money will come and go. But if this was my daughter, if this was my wife, if this was my children or my cousin or relative being slaughtered and in the situation that they're in, I would have done it. So why not for someone else? And I'm not here just for the Palestinian people. I mean, right now, the war surrounds Palestine, but I stand up for justice, whether it's in any part of the world, whether it's for Chinese people, whether it's for the indigenous people. I advocate for peace. I advocate for justice for everyone.
Question is, do you know about Zionists and their hold over Israel and over North America, Western societies? What are your thoughts on that? Like, what do you know about the Zionists?
Okay, so there is a difference between Zionists and Jews, first of all, to people who don't know. Jews are just, it's just like a religion, but there are Jews who are against Israel. So when we come at Israel, we're not coming at Jewish people, we're coming at Zionists. And Zionists are the people that believe Israel, like there is a state of Israel, basically. So them taking over, honestly, my thoughts on that is like, do you guys not remember what, like just, really, do you guys not remember what happened, like when Hitler was killing you guys? Like, do you not remember?
I was just
that
about
shit?
to bring up that point.
Like,
It
how
says,
are you
is there any
doing that?
difference?
Like, there is no difference because this is a genocide. Like, this is how bad this is getting right now. This shit's a genocide, like, to say the least. So, like, are you guys not thinking about, like, what happened to your people before? That's all I have to say.
We don't against Jewish people. We all live in this earth. The issue is not about your religion. You Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish. We all live in this earth. We have all the same values. But the issue, they occupied this land to make contract for Middle East. They, as Joe Biden said, it's good investment to give Jewish Israel 14 billion or $1 million, something like that. But at the end, everything will go to their people. So this land, one day, will go to Palestinian people, because the truth is the truth. The wrong is wrong. Everything should be like that. I'm very sad for what happened, what going on in Palestine. The kids suffering. I see many picture face with the blood, the kids, and they show in media that Hamas they kill kids, but it's not true because it was fake picture in veterinary hospital. It was like dogs, and they make some cover for this picture to show that Hamas kill kids. It's not true, and if they say the truth, they have to show anything the truth. They just to speak something like that.
If people really need, like your advice, educate yourself. But with the Western media trying to cancel people with the information that will educate people on the subject, what are your thoughts on them trying to cancel people?
Look, the world is an unfair place. We just have to get used to it, right? I can't change the whole world, but I sure can make an impact. So we can't do much to what the media is doing, right? Because they are bigger than us. They have more funding than us. They are more powerful than us. They have more influence than us. My job is to make the effort. And that's what I'm doing here, right? What's in my capabilities, what's within my reach, I want to do. So at least when I go home today and I see innocent children being killed, being harassed, being raped, at least I don't sleep with that guilt. At least I sleep knowing that, you know what, I did what I could.